Hello and welcome to Microblog Buzz, the show that gives you a glimpse into millions of internet users' thoughts in China. I'm Ken Zhu. Now, microblogging is extremely popular in China, and the top microblogging service in the country is called Weibo. That's the Chinese Twitter-like service where we can take a look at what Chinese Weibo users have to say about America and beyond. So, let's get started. Today on the radar, Weibo users comment on Hillary Clinton stepping down as Secretary of State and the changing geopolitics of energy. Hillary Clinton has stepped down as America's top diplomat. For the last 4 years, the former First Lady traveled around the globe as the 67th U.S. Secretary of State. Former Massachusetts Senator and 2004 presidential candidate John Kerry will replace Mrs. Clinton as the next Secretary of State. Hillary's resignation from her role has led many to speculate about her intentions to run for president in 2016. Now, Hillary, of course, ran against Barack Obama 5 years ago in 2008. And speaking on her tenure as the Secretary of State, Hillary announced that she was proud of the work her and her team had done to elevate diplomacy and development. But what is the legacy that Hillary has left behind? Well, let's hear Weibo users try to answer that question as Hillary makes her exit from public office.
I can only say that not everybody is suitable to enter politics. I think she would do better in other sectors. It's not easy. This woman is truly extraordinary. No man can compete with her. I've never thought she was that great at her job. For a few years, she flew around and threw around the weight of the United States. I don't think she has done anything to improve economic ties between the U.S. and China. I admire her for furthering women's position in the world. How hard is it for women to break through the glass ceiling? When it comes to evaluating Hillary's work, I think it only matters what U.S. citizens think. People in government are only responsible to citizens of the country they are serving.
In her farewell address to the Council on Foreign Relations, Hillary emphasized that the U.S. welcomed China's rise. She said, quote, "The Pacific is big enough for all of us, and we will continue to welcome China's rise if it chooses to play a constructive role in the region." Now, Hillary has also said during previous speeches that the U.S. and China together could defy history, which has traditionally seen clashes between a dominant power and a rising power. Rule-based competition, according to Hillary, is the key between good relations between the two countries. Now, Hillary made her last visit to China as Secretary of State in September of 2012. Relations between the world's largest and second largest economies have seen frequent shifts from friendship to suspicion and from cooperation to competition. During Clinton's last visit, Premier Wen Jiabao was quoted as saying that he has become more worried about relations between the U.S. and China. Premier Wen said that he wished the two countries could maintain political mutual respect. He added that the United States should respect China's sovereignty and territorial integrity, likely alluding to the United States' role in territorial disputes between China and its neighbors. Countries like Vietnam and the Philippines lay claim to some areas of the South China Sea where China has declared sovereignty. The area is rich in marine life and is also the home to huge reserves of natural gas and oil. The U.S. has become entangled in these disputes, much to the annoyance of Beijing, which prefers to tackle the disputes bilaterally. Beijing has reacted angrily to U.S. involvement in the matter, accusing the State Department of unfounded accusations and disregarding the facts. Now, near the end of the visit, relations between the two countries grew even more tense. Hillary said during a press conference that the United States was disappointed with how China has blocked calls on the UN Security Council for stronger international intervention in war-torn Syria. So, what do Chinese net users think of Hillary's attitude towards China? Let's take a look at a few comments.
It seems that Hillary supported policies that tried to contain China. I personally wish she would have stepped down from her role a long time ago. Although she has been an obstruction in Sino-US relations, I have to admit that she is an extraordinary woman. I hope she takes a rest and spend her later years in peace. I don't think it's a good idea for her to run for president. If Hilary becomes president, I think it will be difficult times ahead for China.
Clinton has frequently said the U.S. welcomes the rise of a stronger and more prosperous China. Frictions, such as those created by territorial disputes over islands in the South China Sea, complicate this simple claim. Now, it's no secret that Hillary Clinton is not always portrayed in a positive light in Chinese media. And if Clinton does return to public service, it might do the longtime public servant some good to build up her image in China as well.